It's time for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris at Slumberland Furniture. From Slumberland Furniture in Osage Beach, here are your hosts, William Holtz and Chris Schneider.
It's brewing, our coffee that is. It's time for a cup of coffee with Will and Uncle Chris right here at Slumberland Furniture. Hard to believe this is the 15th straight week.
Man, so my quick mind, that's almost 4 months of shows, right?
Yeah, almost.
Wow.
Closer to 3, but hey, whatever, you know.
Well, there's 4 weeks in a month, 4 times
4 and a half weeks in a month, 31 days, 28 days, 3 is actually 0.45. Anyway, we're not going to do the math. So, a lot of good shows so far this year.
3.5 months.
So what's going on this week's show? First, we're going to update the community on the Bears situation. Apparently, we know nothing about Bears.
We were wrong last week, so stick around while we correct ourselves, right?
Which is probably going to be a weekly thing. Lake of the Ozarks going to attempt to break a Guinness record. We'll talk about that. And Tim Tebow looks like he may be coming back to the NFL.
I'm so excited.
That, and of course, your Dogecoin weekly update. That and Bitcoin, of course, got some stories about that and a whole lot more. But first, we've got to hear from the good folks here at Slumberland. You can find it all. Of course, the stuff behind us is decor on sale. Of course, they got all your furniture needs, mattresses, bedding. But who better to tell us about what they've got going on right now than our man Daryl?
Hey guys, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. You're going to want to come see us over the next couple of weeks. We have our Memorial Day sale going on. And not only are we doing 25% off of all Slumberland regularly tagged items, we're also letting you do 48 months interest-free financing. We have a fleet of delivery trucks ready to go, so come see us. We'll get you taken care of. Come see us to take advantage of all the Memorial Day sale items. And remember, at Slumberland, it's always a good life.
All right, so you got to come down and see Daryl and the crew here at Slumberland at the Lake. So, Chris, we're going to start with local headlines.
Okay.
Of course, the headline everybody's talking about, you've seen the video, Barstool Sports picked it up. I mean, it's national.
Yeah.
Seems like we're getting more and more national headlines coming out of Lake of the Ozarks.
I think like after a day, it had like 4 million views, I think. And this was not good for the Lake of the Ozarks.
Not good for the lake. You guys have seen it at Lotto Lounge, you know, the bartender that, or not bartender, depending on which side of the story, did not have some nice things to say for what ended up being military members. They got one of the IDs got discarded or ripped up and tossed. And long story short, you guys have probably seen what happened. I don't want to talk too much about it. I just want to make sure that people know, especially for our military, active, previous, for our veterans, for EMS, for first responders, for police officers, that I feel like the lake is one of the best places in regards to honoring and respecting our military, because we love you guys, and we wouldn't be able to be here right now doing what we're doing without you guys. And as sad and disgusting as that situation was, I want to make sure you guys know that is not a representation of Lake of the Ozarks and how this community feels about you guys. And so please don't let that be the spokesperson or the example you use when it comes to Lake of the Ozarks, because Uncle Chris, we feel like our veterans are probably the greatest of the great, and our active service members and our police officers. And really the lake, we love backing the blue, we love our military. So a sad situation, but that is not the way we feel down here.
No, it's funny because I was talking with Greg Surdike Yamaha on a Spotlight show, and we were talking about that, how the Lake of the Ozarks, Surdike in particular, honor first responders, military folks. The whole lake does. So it's really out of character to see some yahoo like this doing that, because that's ridiculous. Because if it weren't for those people, it would be chaos, and we wouldn't have a society like we have. So we love the first responders, we love the military, and we do not agree with this dude.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, hopefully there's lessons learned for others out there. In the day and age where cameras are out there, it could take an idiotic move, whether you're drunk, you know, whatever's going on there, and you behave that way. I mean, that young man's life is essentially over in the shortcoming. I mean, right now, he's got to disappear off the face of the earth, because the whole world's after that guy. So just a word to the wise for you kiddos and you people out there. Be careful, because your true colors are going to be shown at some point in time, and there's probably going to be a camera on you.
Well, he can move to Washington, D.C. or Chicago or L.A. and fit right in there, but get the heck out of here, man.
All right, so moving on from that one last time, we salute you veterans, servicemen and women, our men and women in blue, our EMT and first responders. Thank you guys for allowing us to do what we do. Next story, big one. Lake of the Ozarks is attempting to break the Guinness World Record for the biggest boat parade ever. And the coolest thing is, you can be a part in it. Chris, tell us more about this and how it all came about.
It's all exciting. I mean, we got a huge summer ahead, right?
Yeah.
And it's the 200th birthday of Missouri, state of Missouri, and the 90th birthday of the dam.
Yeah.
So our good friend, Mary Kay Von Brendel from the Ozarks Amphitheater came up with this idea. Well, let's have a big birthday bash, right? So she starts putting all these ideas together. They're going to blow off fireworks off of barges all over the lake.
Yeah.
And they're going to do this boat parade. And the boat parade, it's, setting it up to break a world record and all that stuff, it's not cheap. Well, actually, they're raising money with the boat parade to pay for the fireworks.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So basically, it's official that if they get enough registrations, they can break the world record for boat parade.
Yeah, and Chris hit the nail on the head there. Registrations, meaning you have to register because the Guinness World Records, they're involved, and they're actually going to be, I'm going to butcher this, and Ricky's going to be so happy with me. Yeah, okay, so they're sending an adjudicator on behalf of Guinness. That way, that day, which is going to be June 12th, a Saturday, they can adjudicate and make it official. And the record is something like 1,180 was the record that Mary Kay said. And so 1,200 will do it, but they're throwing around the figure of 1,500 boats. And before you ask, is it going to be safe? Is it going to ruin the lake? They've got a huge committee of volunteers and people that are going to work for this. They've got the state of Missouri involved. And so I don't know if you have the website. We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, we'll put that website on the
register.
screen because you do have to register. Because I asked Mary Kay, well, it seems like some of those Trump boat parades would have set a world record, and she said, yeah, it probably would, but they didn't register.
Yeah,
right?
It's got to be official.
It's got to be official, right?
And it's going to happen this summer at Lake of the Ozarks. And like you said, the registration fee is $50. It gets you your wristband. It gets you your official T-shirt. There's more T-shirts available for people on your boat. It's also going to get your official flag to show that you're in the parade. And the cool thing is Governor Parsons in the state of Missouri, they were contacted and asked if they wanted to be on hand to be part of it because it's a huge deal for the state of Missouri. Like you said, 200-year anniversary in August for them. And then the Bagnell Dam in February celebrated 90 years. So it's the best dam birthday bash at the lake all summer long. And for $50, you get to be part of that, get your vessel in it. You could also get your PWC, you get your tri-tune.
Yeah.
You could even probably get a rowboat in there. You want to get real creative. But Governor Parsons
That's
not
like
only...
how I dance.
I can see that. So Governor Parsons not only going to be there, he's going to be on a boat close to the start. So that's really, really cool. So that website, we're going to flash it up on your screen one last time right here. Look at that. Go there to find out more and register, and we'll have a whole lot more as we get closer to that.
Yeah, so and organizers have events planned throughout the summer, culminating the week of August 7th. And the official birthday for the state is August 10th. And the boating event set for Saturday, June 12th, as you said, to break the world record.
Killer. So make sure you guys sign up for that, man. It's going to be such a cool event. And in that firework display, they're going to have like 14 barges spread every few miles, floating in the middle of the lake. And it's going to be the biggest firework celebration in the state of Missouri ever, is what they're planning.
I don't suppose Lake TV is going to have any cameras around for that. Right?
Oh yeah, we'll be all over it. We're going to try to get Uncle Chris in the boat with Governor Parsons.
Hey, there you go.
Be two cool dudes hanging out
We'll be
on
wearing,
the lake.
That's right. That'll be the all-American truth on the water right
Love
there,
it.
man.
Love it. All right, so next door, the Bear Saga continues. And if you watched Chris and I on last week's show, we spewed a lot of ignorance, which you could probably get used to.
You know, I'd always heard that you're supposed to play dead, right? Apparently not.
That wasn't right.
No.
Also trying to run down a hill with fecal matter flying out of your backside because you're so scared. That's also not the way.
That's not the way to do it?
So
Okay.
Chris and I, we don't know what's going on.
No.
So don't trust what we said last week or probably ever again on Cup of Coffee with Will and Chris.
Yeah.
But there is some facts that we've gotten from experts according to an article we got on Lake Expo. So what are some of those things that you need to do if you encounter a bear?
Okay, well, the main thing that the officials say, Missouri Department of Conservation, MDC, right? So the main thing they say is don't feed them. right? Or do anything close to feeding them, or leave food in the garbage or whatever that they can get to. So they have these 4 main tips, all right, for bear aware. Right? Store garbage, recyclables, compost inside a secure building or in a bear-proof container or location. Right?
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Regularly clean and disinfect trash containers to minimize the smells that attract the bears. Not to mention, make the neighbors a little happier, right? Keep grills and smokers clean and store them inside. Now, there's something that, a lot of people don't think about, because a lot of us grill, right? But we don't think about cleaning them and, stuff like that. And don't leave pet food outside. Feed pets a portion at each meal. Remove the empty containers, because that stuff draws bears, you know. And we've seen this year, more bear sightings than I can ever remember around here.
It's been crazy. And so when I said play dead, that's what I had always heard.
That's what I'd heard too.
I thought I was pretty wise for coming up with that. Well, it was unwise. That's a wives' tale.
So that's not what you're supposed to do?
No. And this is what Megan told me, is what you're actually supposed to do is be big. And I was like, well, I don't have any problem being big. Okay, that naturally has been the case the last 8 years.
You're growing by the day.
You're supposed to eventually shut down this self-deprecating, but you don't.
You look good, man.
That's better.
You look good, yeah.
I mean, I sit here and call you Fabio and, Brad Pitt in spite of what's going on over here. And I mentioned my size. But you're supposed to act big or try to be big.
Right,
so the bear's scared. And you don't run and you don't play dead, because if you start running, that sets off that killer instinct. So that was one correct thing we said last week.
As I was going to say, bears are really fast. You wouldn't think they're as fast as that. So trying to run is probably not going to work for you. They're going to run you down unless there's two
fast
of you.
Like me. Or, just kidding, like Chris just said, I'd probably be stuck in the cement behind everybody else. So another story about the bears. For the first time ever, the state of Missouri is opening bear hunting season.
Yeah.
And you can kill, the headline from Lake Expo, 40 bears by 400 hunters. And I didn't exactly understand what that means. So tell me more about that,
It's kind of confusing, and you don't kill them, you harvest them. Right.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Well,
that's
politically correct.
Oh, yeah, kill and harvest the same thing, but in a day when we got to be PC, you got to kill them. You got to kill them. You got to murder and slaughter them.
Come on now. Okay, so for anyone interested in bear hunting this year, you can apply for one of the 400 permits being offered by the MDC state's first black bear hunting season. And I think that probably coincides with all the black bear sightings we've seen.
Oh, for sure.
So it is October 18th through the 27th. The maximum total harvest for the season, 40, as you mentioned. They're going to, and most of this is in southeastern Missouri, right? South of I-44. That's where most of the black bear population is, although we've seen a lot of sightings up here now. Permit selection will be determined by July 1st. So you want to get all that stuff in there. Those selected to receive a permit must have their hunter's education certification or be exempt by age. And I believe that age is 55, and the cost is $25 to get a permit. So something new, black bear hunting. Something I didn't know too is not all black bears are black. They're different color of bears. They can be cinnamon, they can be blonde, they don't necessarily all have to be black.
So when they say black, that's not exactly describing the color. That's just a breed of
bear.
Just
the breed.
That it is. And I'm just waiting after what I said. PETA's going to be all over us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're coming after you, dude.
So get ready for Missouri's first black bear hunting season this October. Kind of different and kind of cool. Yeah. We see those movies, those Alaskan movies and things in the mountains where they do hunt.
And they eat them.
Yeah.
They say it's pretty good.
Well, I don't know. I never heard that, but who's saying that?
There's one of those Alaska shows, Frontier on the Alaska or whatever.
Mimi loves that show.
Yeah, and they're shooting the black bears up there on the ridge, but they harvest them, man. They have steaks and and they use the coats to keep them warm in the winter.
That's so funny you brought up that show, because my Mimi, she loves either her Spanish soaps that she watches, or she loves that great Alaskan Frontier show, and she loves watching that. That's funny.
That singer Jewel, the one with the weird teeth. She's from one of those families up there that's on that Alaska Frontier show. That's her her dad sings like the theme song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Who would have known?
Yeah, who wants to know?
Hey, yeah, a little more information than we needed
A lot
there.
of the stuff that Chris and Will bring to you every week, you may not want to know, but you're going to know after the show. All right, speaking of our show and Lake TV, it's an exciting time here at Lake TV.
Very exciting time, right?
First, KB, who's now on the crew, getting ready for his show in June, he took home a pretty prestigious award last week.
Wow, yes. Voted best at the lake, right?
Yeah, best radio personality at the lake, and it comes right as his radio career is slowing down. I know he's got other radio things going on, but he's going to embark on his new TV career. So what a honor for KB.
Yeah, we're so happy for him. You know what? And again, you know, when KB was on the radio where he was at, we were always big fans of his, supporters of his. When he decided to leave that, we were sad to see him go, and we definitely hope to see him somewhere else. Didn't expect him to come, you know, be working with us,
right,
having a show right here on Lake TV, but that is the way it worked out, and so we're pretty excited. I think it's going to be a pretty great show.
Yeah, and what an award for him. So congratulations to Lake TV's very own Kevin KB Burns. Not only that, but we just wrapped up with our open house and ribbon cutting.
Oh, that was great,
Last
wasn't it?
Thursday. We had all three chambers, the Lake West, the Lake area, and the Camdenton Chamber co-sponsored that event. Chances are, catered an amazing spread. We had Harmy's in the house sampling their new Harmy's Hooch. And
Well, I didn't have any of that. I hear it's pretty good.
Oh, that's why you had to drive me home. I had a little too much Harmy's Hooch. But I tell you, just an amazing and how supportive was our community, and how did they turn out, man?
That was amazing. We were all, I mean, I don't know if we were shocked because we thought maybe we would have a big turnout, but I mean, there were hundreds of people there. So it was
a few hundred throughout the day, shuffled in and out. And, you know, our ribbon cutting photo, which we'll put up right now, I mean, that was massive. Of course, what I love, not only our crew, but you see my beautiful bride-to-be unique and Brenly Liliana there front and center. Brenly wanted to eat that ribbon, you know, after the event was over. She loved it. She was like shoving that in her mouth, the ribbon we cut.
You know, kids are, you know, they'll put anything in their mouth.
It's funny.
Right? Yeah.
She loves, like, if my shirt has a hang on a hoodie or something, you know, or if I'm wearing anything that hangs there, she loves grabbing it right in the mouth, man.
Oh, yeah,
It's
absolutely.
hilarious. So that was great. And then also excited, we're going to be bringing on another editor at the end of the month to help keep up with all the incredible content we're bringing you guys, all of our great media partners. We do video work and stuff for us, so just getting busier and busier, and we're going to make sure we bring on some more help to keep taking care of our community. So exciting time at the lake, and we're going to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency from time to time. And it looks like there's a Bitcoin Miner Summit that's going to be coming to the lake in June, and that's crazy to me because this cryptocurrency has kind of taken off over the last couple of years, especially picked up steam here with some of the things like the Moon one, and of course Dogecoin, which, you know, I love.
Well, you know, and you're smart enough to know what all that means. I'm not smart enough to figure out what the heck it is, right?
I only invest in Dogecoin because Lake TV's DOP, Andrew Evans, he is an expert in stock market and investing and all things
I'm not so sure because he
finances.
just told us a few minutes ago we need to invest in gourds. So I'm not sure I'm on board with Andrew.
He said you need to invest in porcelain china dolls from the 70s. Those are the next thing to take off. So maybe we shouldn't trust Andrew.
A little iffy on that.
All right, so tell me about this Bitcoin Miner Summit coming to the lake.
Bitcoin miners will converge on the Lodge of Four Seasons for a 2-day, what they call a miner summit, right?
Okay.
So the most well-known cryptocurrency in the world is Bitcoin. And so to me, this is all a mystery. I have no idea what the heck that is, right? So here's what the story says. Bitcoin is built on a system independent of national fiat paper currencies. The digital system operates in a framework of rules that create new Bitcoins over time with a final cap on the number that can be created. So these Bitcoin miners are people who participate in that system, which reward computers that secure the decentralized Bitcoin transactions the most quickly with a chance to earn the next new Bitcoin created. I have no idea what I just said.
And you shouldn't. It's ridiculous. It's so funny because, you know, the money system used to be based off of gold and silver. And, you know, it was backed with currency notes. And now we're in a day where we know the Federal Reserve, and that's not the case anymore. All we're sending out is debt notes. And so this future looks like e-currency and cryptocurrency is going to have a place in the market. There's already places that take Bitcoin as forms of payment, and it's a preferred form of payment, and it's based on exactly what?
I still don't know what it is. I just read that whole. And anyway, the minor summit will be June 5th and 15th and 16th. Is when these Bitcoin people come in.
We gotta go just hang out with some of those guys
Yeah.
while they're down here, and maybe we'll get a better explanation of exactly what is Bitcoin.
Just need to make sure the lights are not too bright because they'll probably be doing, that kind of thing.
You're out of control. So the Bitcoin Miners Summit coming to the lake in June. Speaking of the lake, I'll let you catch your breath. I'll take this next one. The Lake of the Ozarks real estate market is booming, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down. And if you're wondering how you get involved in either buying or selling a home here at the lake, Lake TV is home to the only monthly real estate show, the monthly market update with the O'Sullivan Bruce Group. Jessica Bruce and Nicole O'Sullivan every month. They take you through a different element of the experience or the process of buying or selling a home.
Those ladies are so cool. I saw them at the ribbon cutting, right? The Lake TV open house. They're so nice, and that's such a great show.
Yeah, and they'll talk from everything from, do you want to look into Airbnbs, what you need to know as you're getting ready to buy a house on the water, off the water, if you're getting ready to sell your home. They'll talk to experts in the field, whether it's property managers, Ameren, Missouri, whether it's dock builders. And so really, they do a great job of showing you the numbers of where the real estate market is and also talking with experts and getting you ready if you want to buy or sell your home. And the new episode comes out the third Saturday or the last Saturday of every month on Lake TV, so you can check that out.
And I love those experts they have, because one of the months they were on, they had Slumberland's own Jill Ray talking about how you stage your house, right? Pretty important stuff. And so, yeah, there's new experts on there, and they've got experts in their own office there that they bring on. Love that show. That's greatness.
So that's some of what's happening here around the lake area, and of course on Lake TV. Now we're going to move to sports. We touched on it. Tim Tebow expected to sign a one-year deal with the Jaguars, but as a tight end, sources say, ESPN confirmed on Tuesday. And I'm pretty excited because that's going to reunite him with Urban Meyer, his college head coach. It's going to send him back to Jacksonville, where he grew up. Of course, he played at Nice High School in Jacksonville, was a 3-year All-Stater, broke every record there. University of Florida, 2 national champions, the only Heisman winner as a sophomore. He had the record for the most touchdowns, touchdown efficiency, and passer rating. Of course, he still holds 2 of those 3 records. The passer rating has since been broken by Mac Jones, Joe Burrow, and Tua Tagovailoa. But Tim Tebow is one of, if not the most iconic college football players of all time. And he hasn't played since 2015.
I didn't think he was given a fair shot in the NFL. Remember he was, I think, drafted by the Broncos. And when he did play, played well, won a playoff game and everything. The guy's just a winner. But, for some reason, I think part of it was his Christian beliefs in the NFL going the way the NFL was going. They kind of tried to shut him down and kind of got blacklisted and just didn't really get a shot. So I'm excited for him, but he's getting older now, so it would be toward the end of his career.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, he hasn't played since 2015. Of course, drafted in 2010 by the Broncos, and he won that big playoff game against the Steelers. And it was an 80-yard touchdown pass to Emmanuel Sanders, and I'll tell you what, that was crazy with the Broncos.
You've got a crazy memory remembering all that stuff.
NFL is big for me. Greatness. So, and I'm excited because I kind of agree with you. I don't know if I agree with it had anything to do with his Christian values. It just the NFL has this expectation that you have to be and look and play a certain way to be an NFL quarterback, and we've kind of seen that myth busted here over the last few years. But Tebow has just been a winner everywhere he's gone, and although he's been away from football since 2015, he has been working on his baseball career, and of course he's become one of the best analysts for the SEC network, and he's kept himself in great shape.
And he married a hot girl too, man. I mean, she was like a Miss World or something, wasn't she?
Yeah, I mean, Tebow's the man. He's a great guy, and he's a good-looking dude.
Well, you
and
look
he's
a lot
successful.
like him.
I get that a lot.
Got that physique.
All right, one of my other favorite people in the sports world. Guess who signed a multi-year extension with ESPN?
Oh,
Boomer.
Yeah, Chris Berman.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
right. I got to talk with Chris a few years ago for my book. He is in my book, and just a nice, fun, jolly guy. Love that guy. He's really cool, and I'm glad to see him sticking around at ESPN. A little bit of class still left at ESPN.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he is the best. And I have memories growing up that are so vivid because of Chris Berman. My first Bills game at Arrowhead, I went, and it was such a different experience than when I got back home that night and we were watching the countdown to the Sunday night game. I actually think it was halftime of the Sunday night game. He did his fastest, 3, and just his noises and his sounds and the way he makes it so exciting. Believe it or not, he started in September of 1979. He was there when ESPN first started.
I remember
he was
that.
the original Sports Center anchor.
I was actually old enough to remember that. You probably weren't even born yet, right?
No, I was 20.
I remember those days. Him and Bob Lee and the guys that started off ESPN. Yeah.
Kevin Jackson.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys. And so he signs a multi-year extension, and ESPN was able to make that announcement on his 66th birthday.
Wow.
It meant a lot to Chris, because you'll remember just a couple of years ago, lost his wife in a tragic accident. And probably the most amazing thing about Chris Berman, he's a big Buffalo Bills fan.
Really?
No one circles the bandwagon like the Buffalo Bills.
Wow, okay.
That's his signature line. He's a big Bills fan.
He's a good guy, too.
He
Real good
is.
guy.
All right, so next story. Speaking of Bitcoin, Chiefs tight end Sean Culkin, he made headlines because he was going to be the first NFL player that was going to have his entire salary converted to Bitcoin.
Really?
That was going to be $1 million, so he was going to take $980,000 and convert that to Bitcoin. However, the Chiefs announced this week they cut Sean Culkin.
Oh.
So the only reason the guy made headlines wasn't because his ability on the football field, was because his quick thinking, which was going to convert his entire NFL salary right to the cryptocurrency.
So he probably got cut because the team didn't know anything about cryptocurrency and just didn't want to deal with it. So.
Or he wasn't going to
No
cut
good,
it.
yeah.
And the Chiefs did, of course, draft a pretty solid tight end, and they've got this guy named Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Greatness.
All right, so big update on the Sam Shoemaker Bare Knuckle FC 18 fight. So if you guys have noticed over the last couple weeks, Bare Knuckle's website and Facebook page now have the date pulled from the fight card on the 18th. It was supposed to be May 21st in Miami at Hard Rock Cafe. So I saw yesterday on Tapology, which is always unreliable, but they had moved it to Friday, June 6th. So I immediately started contacting people, and I did have confirmation it's not happening on May 21st. It looks like Thriller bought out Hard Rock Casino in Miami for Jake Paul's fight on the 22nd, and therefore they couldn't have the fight there. So Sam says, I talked to Sam the Hillbilly Hammer Shoemaker, and he says you can't trust Tapology. He says, I expect it to be the 26th of June. He said, but there's no contract in front of me, but that's what it looks like. And it will be in Miami at Hard Rock Casino where it was originally supposed to be. So that's going to give Sam an extra month or so to keep working hard. He says he's been growing, been working hard and doing a lot of good things. So we'll keep you updated on that. But Sam Shoemaker, the Hillbilly Hammer, going to still get his fight. Okay, so we're not going to give you an update on Dogecoin because the terrible week on it.
I've been waiting for that.
Okay, well, Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah?
He called it a scam. Or he
joke
called
or
it,
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. What his exact words was a hustle.
Yeah.
And so all of these investors, myself included, watching, wondering, is he going to give it some kind of endorsement? Is he going to talk about something good? Actually had a reverse effect, because not only did he call it a hustle, which caused a lot of panic and a lot of people to dump, and it started plummeting quick.
Yeah.
His mom also came on and made an appearance to open the show,
Yeah.
and she opened with her monologue and says, it was her birthday, and she goes, whatever you do, just please don't give me Dogecoin for my birthday. Wow. And he said, yep, that's what you're getting. So two kind of negatives, and I think that's probably fairly strategic for Elon Musk because everyone thought it was going up. He wanted the price to go way down so he could do what he had to do. And I'll tell you what, I'm following him to the moon. I trust that guy. I trust his intentions, and I think he is so intelligent that, guess what, if it goes down to 10 cents, I'm going to keep buying, I'm going to keep staying in because I'm going to follow Elon Musk. All right, that's going to basically wrap up our show. Man, what a week for Lake
tell you
TV.
what.
Feels like we need to catch our breath.
We do. I mean, we really do. We've had a great week with the open house and all that stuff, and we're so blessed because we love working together and our crew and everything. Excited to have KB coming on. So, yeah, it's been crazy times, man. A lot
so
of fun.
much awesome stuff happening on Lake TV. Big news coming, folks. We're hoping by shootout time, if not sooner. Lake TV coming to Amazon Prime Stick,
Yeah.
or Chrome Stick. What is it called?
Fire Stick.
Fire Stick.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard to keep up with all these Chrome
I
and
know.
Fires and MacBook and
It's like Dogecoin and Bitcoin. And
Peacebook and Facebook and MySpace and your book and that's what my
Space
dad,
Out,
that's what my dad
MySpace.
always says. I can't keep up with this yearbook and MySpace and all this all the time. So
By the way, Community Spotlight Show this week, Mary Kay Von Brendel, Ozarks Amphitheater. So we'll find out how she got to the amphitheater, and she'll tell us about this World Record Boat Parade and all that stuff. Next week, Greg Surdike Yamaha.
the all-American family, this Surdike family, baby.
Greatness. Yeah.
They're awesome.
We love those people. Weekend at the Lake with Bob Spicer. You got to check that out. Of course, you mentioned the monthly market update from the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, all that good stuff. Classic Game of the Week, Tuesday and Friday nights at 8:30. Great high school sports from Lake TV from over the years, so got to see that.
Last week to qualify for the Roofmaster Senior Hard Out Ron's. Hopefully we'll see you there Sunday. Sign-ups at 6. Performance start at 6:30, 6:45. For Jill Ray and the entire crew here at Slumberland Furniture, I'm William Holtz. This is Uncle Chris. We'll see you next week.